Hi, my name is Marcela Zafra. I'm a fractional marketer for nonprofits. I've been doing marketing for nonprofits for over 10 years, and I help small to medium sized organizations give their mission the visibility they deserve through strategic marketing efforts. Today, I want to show you how I built a marketing strategy, plan, and systems to keep your nonprofit consistent and collaboration going. So let's do it together. Come on. Okay, so let's start. We're gonna I'm gonna walk you through my template and some of my thought processes when I'm building this for my clients. So I first start with the marketing strategy. What is in the marketing strategy? I would say like three main things. The key audiences and personas. So I usually have a template linked here, and I have a template for building personas, and I have a template for their journeys and their touch points. So we have to know who we're talking to. We have to know our key audiences. We have to understand their needs, and we need to understand what the motivations are to be able to support them or to give them the impact stories they want. Then I have the brand guidelines. I'll have another video on brand guidelines, but the brand guidelines are that some of them call them like the brand book. Brand guidelines is where everything about the brand lives: brand personality, brand tone of voice, brand photography. I like to add terminology, what words we say, what words we don't say, how we write, what is the readability scale we use, everything. We have our colors, we have our fonts, we have, I like to add like some templates there too, like how we write an email, how we use our email signature, how we use our letterhead, all of that in the brand guidelines. Then we have our messaging. So key messages are updated quarterly. And this is how I do it. I go from assistance key messages, which is the environment which in your organization operates, to general key messages that answer the why, the who, the what, the how, the when, and the where. Then I add proof points. Proof points are story quotes, are numbers from program participants or from the impact you're making in the community. So this will be your strategy, right? This is something that changes while your organization evolves, but it's relatively evergreen. Then we go to the marketing plan. For the marketing plan are the channels, the tactics and strategies, is the budget, is the metrics and KPIs we're measuring. For channels, it all depends on your capacity, it all depends on your priorities and your goals. But I'll add a social media strategy with content pillars. I usually have only 3 content pillars per strategy. Then depending on you and if email marketing makes sense. So email marketing is big right now, so I suggest you have that. What is our email marketing? What's the cadence? What are the topics we're bringing on? How, like, we have one newsletter and short emails every month, one quarterly newsletter, and emails every 2 weeks, like all of that. Then we have like website and blog. Are we blogging? How often we're blogging? What's on the website? How's the homepage looking? Like all that stuff. Then we have events, if we do events, partnerships and sponsorships, if we do that, and media and PR. Then we have our tactics. So the content strategy is part of the tactics, which is a little bit more into what are the purpose of the content we're putting out there. Is it for entertain, for inspire? Is it to educate? Then you have SEO, which is kind of changing, but still SEO. Direct mail, if we do that. Google ads, if we do that. Meta ads, if we do that. Peer-to-peer marketing, if we want to do that. Influencer marketing, thought leadership, and storytelling. So all of those are our tactics and strategies. Tactics, it says that one full-time person can do just up to 10 tactics. And like there's more tactics, right? There's like video, content. There's like what other partnerships, right? All of that stuff are tactics. Then we go to the budget. Um, the budget is like depends. If you have control over the budget, then you'll kind of have it linked here. Or if that's like in your manager, then yeah, it's up to you if you want to link it there. I like linking everything in here, even if things live in other documents. So this document becomes one handbook and one kind of guide. Then we have our metrics and KPIs. On metrics on social media, we measure engagement, share, likes, and comments. Um, the content people share is the content they're proud of. The content people like is the content they they relate with, and the content they comment is the content they really kind of want to talk about. So make sure you kind of understanding what that means and how you provide more of that content for them to engage. Website, understand their sources, understand what's driving new traffic to the website, and KPIs. This will be kind of directly from your strategic priorities. Now, I like to add something that's called the marketing systems. These are the processes and procedures on how we do it, all the policies we have, how we write an email, how we write a story, who approves the story, what are the questions we ask when we're gathering stories, how we post on social media. Is there someone to access some of our social media content? How we work with AI, what is the process, what are the procedures, what's the policy for that? How we send emails, do we just add people to our email list, or do we ask them to subscribe? How is that process and policy and procedures? Then we have our tools. What do we use for scheduling our content? What do we use for creating our content? What do we use for video editing? What do we use for AI? And then the marketing materials and colors. Where are the business cards saved? Where are those flyers saved? Where are all the templates saved? And also, who are our vendors? Who we work with? Who are the people that are our partners out there who help us bring things in the last minute? Or so just list them all, like who prints, who do video, who does the graphic design, all that stuff. And then I add the big picture communications plan with I explained it in another video, so I'll link that video into this notes. But it's a very powerful tool. So I think when you have all of this in one place, you're setting up your team and your nonprofit for success. Thank you, and see you in the next one.